Hello class 9 students. Today I will cover the topics which are coming in your preliminary examination. So I will continue with chapter number 9, current electricity. This figure shows a simple electric circuit in which the various components are represented by the symbol. This represents the ammeter. As I have already told you before, ammeter is used to measure the amount of current flowing through this electrical circuit. This shows an electric cell which is the supply of current. The longer terminal denotes positive terminal and the shorter one is the negative terminal, and the current always flows from positive to negative terminal. This represents the key or switch to open or close the circuit. This is rheostat to vary the resistance of the circuit so that we get different values of current. To change the current in the circuit, we change the resistance using rheostat. And this is voltmeter, which measures the potential difference across the ends of the load which is connected in this electric circuit. This bulb is the load through which we will pass the current and it will glow. Now one more thing, you can see that ammeter is always connected in series with the circuit and the voltmeter is connected with parallel to the circuit. And positive ends, all positive connected to the positive and all negative connected to the negative side of the battery. Now if you take out the plug from the key, that means if the key is open, no current is flowing, and this is called an open circuit. The bulb will not glow and both ammeter and voltmeter will show zero reading. Now we insert the key, we insert the plug in the key, that means now we have switched on. So current starts flowing through the circuit in which direction? From positive to negative. So the current flows through the bulb from positive to negative of the battery. So now the bulb will start glowing because it has become a closed circuit. In open circuit, current does not flow, and in closed circuit, the current starts flowing. And both the ammeter and the voltmeter will show readings. Now, one more thing you can do, you vary the resistance of the circuit by sliding the variable terminal of the rheostat. You will see that the glow of the bulb will change as well as the readings of the ammeter and voltmeter. If you decrease the resistance by sliding the jockey means the variable terminal, this is called the jockey. You can slide it on the rheostat to get the required resistance. If you decrease the resistance by sliding the jockey to the left, the glow of the bulb will increase. And on increasing the resistance by sliding the jockey to the right, the glow of bulb decreasing. The readings of ammeter and voltmeter also decrease. Means less resistance, more current. But more resistance, less current is flowed through the electric circuit. Now children, let us do the numericals of exercise 9A. Question number 1 is, a charge 0.5 coulomb passes through a cross section of a conductor in 5 seconds. You have to find the current. Charge Q is 0.5 coulomb and T is 5 seconds. So current equals to charge upon time. That means 0.5 upon 5, 0.1 ampere is the answer. Question number 2, a current of 1.5 ampere flows through conductor for 2 seconds. So what amount of charge passes through the conductor? Charge Q is given by the formula Q equals to IT. That means 1.5 into 2, which becomes 3 coulomb. And the third question is that when starter motor of a car is switched on for 0.8 second, time is 0.8 second, charge 24 coulomb passes through the coil of the motor. Then you have to find the current. Same formula which you have used in question number 1. I equals to Q upon T, that means 24 upon 0.8, which becomes 30 ampere. So children, it is necessary to mention the correct unit in your answer. If your unit is missing, then no mark for that answer. You have to write all the answer. Now children, let us discuss the syllabus for your pre-board examination. Now these are the lessons which are coming in your exams. First chapter is measurement and experimentation, and in this you have to do only exercise 1A and 1C. You don't have to do vernier calipers and screw gauge. Now in exercise 1A, all the definitions, measurement unit, fundamental unit, all the SI units, definition of mass, definition of time, everything you have to learn properly. And exercise 1C consists of simple pendulum. So all the terms related to simple pendulum and numericals as well, of both the exercises you have to do. Now lesson number 2, motion in one dimension. Exercise 2A is coming, in which velocity, speed, acceleration, rest and motion plus the numericals. All you have to do, all the numericals are important. But exercise 2B is not there. These graphs have been excluded. You don't have to do the graphs. And exercise 2C, again it is coming. 2C is there, in which you have to do the equations of motion and the numericals concerned with the equations of motion. You remember the equations of motion? V equals to U plus AT, S equals to UT plus half AT square, and V square equals to U square plus 2AS. So you have to derive these equations, and numericals also based on these equations will come. Now lesson number 3, laws of motion. In this whole chapter is coming, everything is coming, nothing has been excluded. Very important chapter, first law, second law, third law, and all the numericals, reasons, CGS unit of force, SI unit of force, their relations and reasons that why train suddenly moves forward, the passenger starting tends to fall backwards, like these. These are only examples which I am giving. And reasons based on Newton's third law of motion, also second law of motion. So thoroughly you have to do lesson number 3. Everything is coming. Now next chapter, heat and energy. Heat and energy. This is chapter number 6. 4 and 5 I am not given. And chapter number 6, heat and energy. In this only the first part is coming, difference between heat and temperature and anomalous expansion and phenomena based on these anomalous expansion of water. All these you have to do, plus the pond diagram in which the different layers of water have different temperature. In this, energy flow and energy sources are not coming. You don't have to do that. Now next lesson is reflection of light. In that the numericals have been excluded and everything else is coming. All the ray diagrams of both concave as well as convex lenses. Also differences between real image, virtual image, regular, irregular reflection, image formed by plane mirror, lateral inversion, and all the ray diagrams concerned with these. All the lenses, uses of lenses. So everything except the numericals based on lenses, it is coming. Now next is propagation of sound waves. In this whole chapter is coming. It is included. Everything has been included plus the numericals. Now the last chapter is current, electricity. Only this up to numericals which I have done today. Only that will come. That means page 193 and numericals of page 194. But the most important thing is this: definitions of current, Ohm's law, differences between primary cell, secondary cells, insulators, conductors, all the symbols, electric circuit, and the numericals based on charge, current and time. So children, all the best for your exam.